Hello. Good evening. Holy cow, we're streaming at 7 megabits per second. Or it like spiked at 7 megabits per second. How am I getting a better stream speed over Wi-Fi than I am over Ethernet? Oh, never mind, I just got an error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay, fine. I'll turn it down. Settings. Let's try 4.5 megabits per second. Oh, what's my resolution? I don't even know what my resolution is. 720p. Okay, fine. Is my sound working? Yes, it is. Okay. Open widget. Stream health. YouTube is not... I don't know. It looks smooth enough on this end. Well, maybe not quite. Stream status poor. I don't know. OBS is telling me otherwise. According to OBS, we're doing just fine at 4.5 megabits per second. I gotta advertise this thing. I gotta post it on Twitter and Facebook. Should give you guys something pretty to look at while I'm still setting this thing up. Okay, so I need to turn my webcam brightness down a little bit. Oh yeah, that's nice and blown out. Can I up the shutter speed? Oh, I can up the shutter speed. Okay. Well, there, I'll leave it like that. YouTube is still complaining. Yeah, the speed is dipping a little bit. Maybe I'll go down a little more. I'll go down to 4 megabits per second. This is very much trial and error because I've never... It's been a long time since I streamed from a laptop over Wi-Fi. So I think it'll start by itself. Actually, I'm not sure. Start in 1 minute. Okay. Oh, we got lots of people. Okay, this is fun. This is gonna be a fun stream. I'm pretty excited about this. I have not even. We've got 9 viewers. And I haven't even posted this on Facebook or Twitter yet. I'm kind of floundering here, and this laptop is being just a little bit slow. I'm live dialing into BBSs using a vintage PC and modem. Paste. Copy. join on the Facebook page. For some reason, Facebook is working really strange for me, probably because I haven't booted up this laptop in a long time and Chrome is woefully out of date. There we go. Alrighty. Oop. Pardon me for bumping my webcam. There we go. So I'll let you guys stare at the pretty pictures for a few minutes here while I sort of verify that my bitrate is okay. Hello, I am streaming from the venerable ThinkPad T420S. I was going to stream from the ThinkPad T440p, but every time I tried to get OBS to access the internal webcam, I got a blue screen of death. So I was like, screw that, and I hauled out the old T420p, or T420S, which I haven't booted up in a long time. And it kind of moaned and groaned to life because it's missing a lot of updates and stuff, but it's working. No blue screen of death. So if there's any jerkiness, like, things should be fairly smooth. If things are jerky, let me know, because it probably means I still gotta lower the bitrate more. We have 11 viewers here. This is awesome. I'm going to pop out this chat window. Ugh, the text is small for my stupid eyes. Actually, can I do like... Huh, you can. You can do Control Plus on a pop-out window. And... Alright, that's more like it. Actually, I want to see that. Oh, you know what? I better go over to the other computer and make sure I've got nothing running that's robbing any bandwidth. Looks like we're okay. Hello, hello, hello. We have 12 people here. I guess we can start. So, hello. This is a new kind of stream that I'm very excited to do tonight. And what's happening is, I'm going to close that pop-out chat. I want to stay here. So what's happening is, as of yesterday, or the day before, I don't even remember now, probably yesterday, I finally got, for the first time, I got a dial-up modem to work reliably on my VoIP.ms telephone line. Modeming has been the bane of my existence, just trying to get it working. Of course, I used to have a actual telephone line from Rogers Cable, a local telecommunications provider here. I had a telephone line from Rogers Cable, and dial-up connections worked okay on it. But it was expensive, you know, on a per-minute basis to do, because the vast majority of BBSs are in the United States, and I'm in Canada, so it was long distance. And also, that telephone line cost me $60 a month, which is insane. And I've been loving my fax line that I got from VoIP.ms. But the thing is, VoIP.ms, being a fully VoIP um, service, does not play well with modems at all. And it's pretty much because of the long delay. Calling from here to any number, even a local number, the delay is equivalent to if I tried to call Africa. There's like a 1 second delay, and that very much confuses two modems trying to communicate with each other, particularly during the handshaking process. Now, you can usually get away with this by using a slower speed on the modem. Like, rather than trying to connect at, 28.8K or 33.6K or 56K, try 1200 baud or 2400 baud or even 300 baud. It's a lot slower. Actually, 300 baud is painfully slow for most BBSs, but it works more reliably on a VoIP-based telephone line because the screaming that the two modems do to each other is not as complex, and so it's not as murdered by the quality and latency of a VoIP telephone line. But even with slow speeds, I couldn't get it working, and I figured, I guess I'm just never going to be able to use a dial-up modem to connect to BBSs. But that is until recently, when I finally got this thing working. This is a US Robotics Courier V.Everything serial modem. An old school serial modem that plugs into the serial port on a computer. And as it turns out, not all modems are created equal, and apparently all the modems that I had tried, my ISA modems, the modem built into the Epson Action Note laptop, it turns out they're just not great modems. Whereas the US Robotics Courier series, which they've sold since the mid-'80s and they're still selling them today, these are pretty much the most robust, reliable modems ever made. People have said you can throw pretty much anything at these modems and they will deal with it and make a successful connection, etc. Now, I didn't know this. I didn't know some modems were better or worse than other modems. I got this serial modem months ago. It's my first and only serial modem. I got it from a guy. We spoke on Facebook in a vintage computing group. I think I put out a want ad for a serial modem. And the guy says, hey, I still have my old Courier modem from when I used an Amiga. And he sent it to me. I paid like $30 for him to send it to me. This modem was made around 1994-95, and in its original life, it was connected to an Amiga, which is pretty cool. But it sat for months because none of my serial cables that I had would not work with it. And I guess those serial cables, all the ones I had, must not have been RS-232, or they must have been wired for null modem use instead of DTE use. And so what I finally did last week was I hacked up all three of those cables and pieced them together to make one cable that works with this modem so I can connect it to a PC. And that's when I discovered that this modem actually works super well with my VoIP.ms telephone line. And every BBS that I've dialed into so far, you can find a list of dial-up BBSs on telnetbbsguide.com, worked. Not all of them work at high speed. This is a 33.6K modem. Not all of them work at that speed. Some of them I have to connect at 9600 baud or 2400 baud. I think there's even one that I have to connect at 1200 baud. But everything I've tried works, which is amazing. And so I'm about like probably halfway through the list of BBSs on telnetbbsguide.com, and I thought, well, hold on here. Rather than just doing this on my lonesome, people would probably like to see my attempts at dialing into BBSs. I'm basically trying out each one to see if it works and how well it works, and if it's a BBS that I might want to explore more in the future. And of course, this modem has a very loud speaker on it with an adjustable volume control, and I figured, hey, maybe some people who haven't touched dial-up in like 20-25 years, maybe they would get a kick out of me dialing into these BBSs and hearing the hands-shaking sounds and stuff like that. So I figured, well, heck, I've got a laptop with a built-in webcam. I've got my USB webcam. Let me put both of them together and make a setup here where we can dial into some BBSs live. The computer I'm using here is the Epson Apex Plus. I need to open up OBS here. There's the Epson Apex Plus, my beastly upgraded Turbo XT machine. Here is the US Robotics Courier V.Everything serial modem. And you're going to be watching through my Sony Trinitron CRT monitor. And the webcam actually sits very nicely right on top of my tripod here. Actually, I say that, and now I need to adjust it. Let me see, adjust down a little bit. There we go. So yeah, so what I actually wanted to do here, so I'm going to get out of Windows. I've been playing my favorite screensaver, the After Dark stained glass screensaver. I was just playing with that so I could see, so I could give you guys something pretty to look at while we were waiting. But I'm going to close out of Windows here. We're not going to be using Windows. Windows 3.0. I don't even have a mouse hooked up. And we're back at the DOS prompt, and it looks like I'm probably going to have to adjust my webcam light sensitivity again, so bear with me. Now, something I was doing before I got this great idea to do this stream was, one of the things about the Courier modems is US Robotics actually made free upgrades to them to upgrade their speed. These upgrades were in the form of a file that you would flash to the internal ROM chip on the modem using your terminal communications program of choice. And so, for example, if you bought a modem like this one, which does 33.6K, well, a few years later, when 56K became standardized, US Robotics actually released a firmware upgrade to upgrade this to a 56K modem, and it was free. So rather having to put $300 on a new modem with 56K, they just gave you a free upgrade to upgrade your old modem to 56K. And that was actually pretty sweet of them. Good guy US Robotics. Basically, you buy one modem and then you get free new modems for the for the next several years. And so I downloaded what I think is the file here to upgrade this thing to 56K. Now, it's not V90 50. No, actually, I think it might be V90 56K, or it might not be. It might be because it was 1998, and I forget if V90 was out in 1998. I think it might have been, but this might or might not be. Oh, it is V90. There's one of the files right there. V90 how to. Okay, So this will upgrade this to a V90 56K modem. But I want to read the README files. So we're going to start by seeing if I can flash this thing into a 56K modem. Not that it really matters, because my VoIP line probably can't handle that speed. Warning, this firmware is for use only with US-Canada models. Use of this firmware on other models will make your unit inoperable. Okay. Check your ATI 7 screen to make sure you have an applicable unit. So let's do that. So I'm going to run BananaCom here, which is a fantastic terminal emulator for DOS. It doesn't support Telnet, it only supports serial communication, or communication with an internal modem, but it doesn't work over Ethernet via Telnet. And I'm going to do an AT here, and I got an OK, which means it's talking to the modem. You can see 2 new lights lit up on the modem here because the computer's now talking to the modem. And I'm going to run an ATI 7, which spits out, the modem is spitting out its internal information. So we do have a US-Canada model. Supports HST, that's high-speed transmission, which was a proprietary protocol that US Robotics made back in like the early 90s. V.32 BIS, that is your 28.8K, I believe. V.32 Turbo, which I think is 14.4K, I might be wrong on that. V.Fast Class, I forget what that is, and V.34, which is your 28.8 and 36, 33.6K. And the date, oh, the date's actually 1996, so this modem was actually made in 96. I assume it was probably never upgraded. I could be wrong, it could have been upgraded back in the day. So we know we have a US-Canada modem, which is good. So I got to go back into my USRSDL. Let me look at the file list again. So that was all that README said. Geez, where the heck do you start? I guess install.txt. See what that says. Installation instructions for Courier v.everything flash code revision 3.13.1998. Okay. There's a file called SDL20 that will execute all the necessary commands for the DOS-based flash utility. SDL20 needs to be executed the COM port as the only parameter from the subdirectory you extracted the files to. For example, if your Courier modem is on COM1, which mine is, execute SDL20 C equals 1. Okay. What else? You will see it establish communication begin the flash process. The process should take approximately 2 to 3 minutes, after which usr.cfg will write changes into MVRAM. You may want to make a screen print of your current settings first, ATI 4, from within a terminal application. Well, I never set any custom settings on this. Hey, Eva. (1997) 3Com Corporation. Ah, yes. There was a time when US Robotics was owned by 3Com. Now they're owned by a company called Unicom. Okay. So I just have to run that SDL20 stroke C equals 1. Let's try it, and we'll see. This stream will end pretty darn fast if I brick this modem. SDL20 stroke C equals 1. US Robotics modem software downloader validation sequence started. See if the lights here do anything. How was the Pride walk? It was good. Oh. COM-port 1, IRQ4, blah, 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 blah. Download using these settings. Sure. Oh, here we go, erasing flash memory. Everybody cross your fingers and toes for me. This might be something really stupid to do if I end up bricking this modem. How many viewers we got? We got 12 viewers. Okay. The Pride Walk was good. I made a couple of dumb mistakes, as I said in the video of the camcorder. I made some dumb mistakes on some shots. Like, I accidentally hit the magnification button on the camcorder at some point, which zooms in the viewfinder display. And so I thought that I just had a really narrow angle lens for some reason, but then when I looked at the files I recorded later, it was just everything was super far away, so I'm like, shit. And then another issue was Patrick gave me a boom microphone to use, and I had misunderstood where he told me I had to plug in the XLR cable to connect the mic to the camcorder. And I thought I had the wrong cable. I thought I needed a male-to-male cable, which, you know, in retrospect is ludicrous, but I didn't know at the time. And so we didn't use the boom microphone. Vicky, who was with me, used her iPhone to record the sound. Anyway, I made some dumb mistakes. First time covering a news story. I think we got some usable shots. Waiting for modem to reset. Okay. It's running a bunch of AT commands. Yep, US Robotics also made Courier ISA cards. Okay, are we a 56K modem now? Let's run Bananacom. Oh, I am getting no response from the computer. The modem is showing the wrong lights. These two lights in the middle should not be lit up right now. I am not sure what I should do right now. The computer is frozen. The modem has weird lights on. I don't know if I dare turn it off or reboot the computer. It looks on the screen like it did what it needed to. So maybe I should just let it... I would think it would be done, but I'll let it sit for a couple of minutes just in case. The only thing about the Courier V.Everything modem, and it's called V.Everything because it supports pretty much every standard from the Bell 103 300 baud up to 33.6K, or maybe, hopefully now, 56K. V.Everything supports every modem protocol that ever came out, pretty much. It can connect to anything. The only thing, though, is that when you connect at 9600 baud or 14.4K, it does a 28.8K / 33.6K style handshake. And sometimes that handshake alone fails on my VoIP line because of the latency. It confuses the handshake between the two modems. 9600 baud and 14.4K have their own specific handshake sequence, but this modem doesn't use it. It uses what's called the V.34 handshake that was used for 28.8K and 33.6K. I wish it would just use the 9600 baud style handshake, but for the most part it's okay. Okay, Control Delete does nothing. I'm going for computer power off. Okay, the modem is showing normal lights. computer is turned back on. Let me hit the voice button on the modem, make sure we get a dial tone. It's off hook, but we don't have a dial tone. Hold on. Okay, my phone line. The cord going into my phone ATA is kind of... Here, let me just bring it off hook again. There we go. I have a finicky cord going into my ATA. There we go. So these two lights that are lit up right now, this is what you get when the modem's turned on, but there's no connection to a computer. The light on the left here is labeled MR. That means modem ready, meaning the modem's, not doing anything that's tying it up, and it's ready to receive commands. And clear to send, which pretty much just means I'm ready to receive data from a computer. All right, let's run BananaCom, and we'll do an ATI 7, and we'll see if this modem now identifies as a 56K modem. Let me do an AT. We get an OK, so the modem's working. ATI 7. Okay. The dates have changed. It says 1998 now, so it's now 2 years newer. It does not say 56K anywhere. But you know what? At least we're running newer software now. Maybe there's better reliability, Presumably, you can't go wrong with updating from a 1996 software to 1998 software, right? So, all right. How about we dial into some BBSs? Oh, we have 17 people watching. That's great. Oh, interesting. The original ROM was 256K. Now it says 512K. Oh, sorry about that, Eva. Brodozer. That's a good. It's a good name. Surprised that it doesn't have any mention of 56K, but maybe it does have it. Don't know. Okay, so now we have 4 lights lit up. We have modem ready, and we have clear to send, and our 2 new lights are request to send, which I don't know if that's... I think that's generated by the computer, so the computer is asking the modem to feed it data. And then there's terminal ready, which means that the modem recognizes that it's connected to a computer. So, I need my phone. I'm going to go on to telnetbbsguide.com, which is a fantastic resource. If I go into my dialing directory here on BananaCom, and I see that I have to lower my webcam gain again, so bear with me here. There we go. I have a lot of BBSs that I've put in here, and actually I am just going to check something for a second. I'm going to block that off. Bear with me here for a second. I just want to make sure there's no personal information or anything like that. because I have made accounts for most of these BBSs. Can the modem be used to decode TTY? That's a good question. I'm not sure. You would have to give me context for that, like TTY, like TTY, like the services that deaf people use? Because if so, I believe the answer is yes, because TTY is just a 300 baud data transmission. It's just ASCII text over 300 baud. I believe. I think I've got that right. So, let me go into... So the next BBS in the list, and there's looks to be about 10 of them here that I hadn't tried dialing into yet. The first one I haven't tried yet is Particles BBS. And so what I do is, to adjust the connection speed of the modem, for a serial modem, you actually adjust the serial port speed, and the modem corresponds accordingly. So, actually, I'm going to do a Alt-F here, just in case the firmware upgrade actually changed the maximum serial port speed. Nope, still 57.6. So, I've set the serial port speed to the fastest, which is 57,600 bits per second, which will allow the modem to connect at the full 33.6K if it wants to, or potentially in our case now maybe 56K, I don't know. But we start at the fastest speed, and it might or might not, most likely not, connect to the BBS. It'll fail. And if it fails, then we'll just try a slower speed, and eventually it might be as low as 2400 baud. The connection will be stable enough that we can use the BBS. So, Particles BBS, 479-553-8122. Let's give it a try. Okay, so apparently Particles BBS is run on a Magic Jack, and they do not have it running right now. That's funny. Wow, what a funny first attempt. I've gotten a couple of those where you dial the number and you just get somebody's voicemail. It's 112 degrees over there. Oh my god, I'm dying after like 85. Of course, anything above 85 is pretty unusual here on this end of things. I can't imagine that. That's death territory. Like, holy cow. Let's try FreakNet. Now, I have successfully dialed into FreakNet before, but never really figured out how to use it. But we'll dial in here. 406-957-1741. Here we go. Wow, that was actually a pretty good handshake. Usually takes a lot longer than that. So it actually connected at 9600 baud. And yeah, here's what FreakNet does. It just, a lot of BBSs on this list do that. You get the same message for a list of BBSs to dial into. Please contact Ram Sasso. And then it gives a telephone number and a website. And it's like, why? Why can't I just log into the BBS? And FreakNet didn't used to do that. You used to actually get like a BBS. But anyway, so we're still connected. It hasn't hung up on us, so I'll explain the extra lights we have here. This light on the far right says ARQ. That means error correction is being used. This light is also labeled fax. It would light up if the modem was being used to send or receive a fax. This light over here is labeled OH. It means off hook, self-explanatory. The light next to it is CD, carrier detect. That means the modem can recognize that the modem. Oh, it just hung up. The modem recognizes that it's talking to another modem. It sees the carrier. The carrier is the signal that the modems scream at each other to keep the connection alive. The light immediately to the left, the second from the far left, is AA, auto answer. That's not applicable to us. If I had my own BBS, which might happen someday now that I have this working, I would configure this modem to automatically answer an incoming call. And then the light on the far left is HS for high speed. It lights up if you're connected at 4800 baud or faster. Yeah, you could tell in that handshake, the delay screws it up. The modems are so confused trying to talk to each other. It's like talking to someone over a really laggy Skype call where you say something and they don't say anything, and then they say something, but you're already talking at the same time, and that's exactly what's happening here. And it's really pronounced with the faster speeds, with the V.34 handshake. That's why I wish this thing used a V.22 handshake for 9600 baud and 14.4K. It would probably make the connection at those speeds more reliable. So that was a bust. There are two numbers for FreakNet. I'll dial the other one just to see what happens. 346 385 5656.
We're sorry. You've reached a number that's been disconnected or is no longer in
And the modem actually recognized that it was not talking to a modem, so it sent out a busy message, and then it automatically hung up. Yeah, actually, Cathode Ray Dude's video was what inspired me to finally hack up some cables to get this modem working. I'm super glad I found that video. His videos are fantastic. Also, he's a member of the LGBT community, which automatically makes him a fantastic person. Now, they're pretty shitty LGBT people, but I don't think he is one of them. So, I got that number right, didn't I? Yeah, so anyway, that was a dead number. Our next BBS is Realm of Darkness. And it is 623-907-2858. We are ringing. This is often what a V.34 handshake does. It's not going to work. They just do this do-si-do until one of the modems hangs up. There. The remote modem hung up. So I'm going to issue a disconnect command. So that's pretty common on as a result of my VoIP line. The two modems just do this infinite do-si-do where they can't talk to each other because of the delay. So I'm gonna try again at a slower speed. I'm gonna bring the serial port speed down to 19.2K, which will allow the modem to connect at either 14.4K or 19.2K. 19.2K was not an ITU standard, but it was kind of a pseudo standard that US Robotics and a couple other modem manufacturers implemented. So let's see if we can call that number and connect at 19.2K. 623-907-2858. Nope. I'm just gonna kill it. Let's try 9600. Now, of course, all these speeds use the same handshake, but sometimes I get lucky, and even though it's using the same handshake, a slower speed still allows it to work. We'll try it again here. 623-907-2858. Oh, actually, what I should do first is just issue an AT, because the modem doesn't know I've changed the speed until I send it a command. So I just issue an AT there. It gives me an OK, so now it knows it's running at 9600 baud. 623-907-2858. Oh, did he? Does he have a girlfriend now? He talked about his boyfriend. Oh. So, I think the remote modem is trying to connect at 300 baud. That's a 300 baud carrier signal, but my modem's just not understanding it. No, it's dead, Jim. That's funny. They didn't even try to handshake. The remote modem was like, yeah, okay, 300 baud. Well, now I'm a little. I feel a little bit betrayed because he switched to the other team. Is he polyamorous? I thought he had a boyfriend and now he has a girlfriend, but does he have both? Polyamory is not my. People make it work, and I'm like, okay, but not my jam. I'm kind of a square that way, I guess. All right, let's try 2400 baud. Issue an AT. The modem's good. 623-907-2858. There you go. We got 2400 baud. Realm of Darkness BBS. Oh, look at this. We got a little Linux penguin. Abandon all hope, ye who have entered cyberspace. Powered by Linux. BBS software has been totally changed, but the look and feel should be okay. Blah, 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 blah. BBS login. Well, I don't know. Guessed? Do you want to register as a new user? Sure. Preferred language. English, please. And the connection sort of... You just saw the error control light go off, which happens when the two modems are getting a little confused. Alright. Yeah, this is what happens a lot. See, I'm typing, but the letters haven't echoed back to me yet. There we go. And that's because the two modems are still kind of hiccuping at each other. New password. Enter a login name. Maximum 8 characters. So I can't put the Maritime Girl. Guess I'll try Flo. Two 207-952-8919. Well, I'm not. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna enter the same number. I'm not giving out my personal telephone number. Come on. Come on. Oh, jeez. Most BBSs ask for your frickin' full-ass address, and I just don't understand why. This is a VoIP line. This is a line from VoIP.ms. And, yeah, see, I could put totally fake things, but I don't know, I feel guilty if I do, even though I'm really against, in 2021, BBSs still asking, like, some of them ask, like, what's your date of birth? What's your sex? It's like, why? Why does this matter? You have, like, 3 people who log on to this friggin' thing on your single modem system that you have running for fun. It's like, stop, you're just turning people off. Oi, oi, oi. Anyway, I'll turn the webcam back on when personal information is no longer being shown. That login name already exists. Oh, do I already have an account on here? Oh no! I'm just gonna hang up. Because it sounds like I already have an account on here. Alright, let's try it again. Oh, by the way, so you see me ATDT, that's the Haze command to dial, and it specifies tone dialing. This modem will pulse dial. You do ATDP, so I'll pulse dial this number just to demonstrate that. You'll see the off-hook light flicker. Well, maybe you will. I don't know if the camera's shutter speed is fast enough. 623-907-2858. There's a physical relay inside this thing clicking on and off for pulse dialing. Okay. No, I'm not a new user. You told me that the username already exists. Okay. Is it just not echoing anything, or is the modem confused right now? I'm gonna guess it just doesn't echo dots or whatever. Invalid argument. And it just hung up. What the heck? Let's try it again. I bet I annoy so many. I bet I have annoyed so many of these sysops in the past, couple of days, just dialing their BBSs over and over while I try and get things to work. Now, I've never used IRC. Could never figure it out. Made a couple of attempts, just couldn't figure it out. Come on. Come on. I think it might drop the call. Maybe 2400 baud's just not doing it. Maybe we gotta... Yeah, it just hung up. Maybe we gotta go down to 1200. Alright. We'll try at 1200 baud. Okay. Where's our carrier? Oh, it just hung up! Oh no! Have I broke their system? Or have they, like, blocked my caller ID? Ooh, maybe I should turn off caller ID on my VoIP.ms line so they don't know who's calling. There's been once or twice in my BBSing days that I accidentally got myself blocked by a BBS from connecting too many times in a row, trying to get it to work, and I had to email the sysop and say, hey, your system blocked me, and they're like, oh, that's okay, you're good to go again. But man, this kicked me off at 12. Okay, well, you know what? We'll go down to 300 baud. It's gonna be slow as shit, but you'll get to hear what a 300 baud handshake sounds like. It's ringing. Okay. You didn't really get to hear a 300 baud handshake, you just heard the beginning of a V.34 handshake. I'm getting no carrier. It just hung up! Their system must... Oh, either their system's having an issue or I just got my number blocked. Alright, that's Realm of Darkness BBS, which we didn't get to try. But that's okay. Oh, we're still off hook here. Or still on hook. No, off hook. Okay. What kind of keyboard is that? It is an AT&T model 6011. It's a dual mode XT AT keyboard, and I've had this keyboard for about 10 years, and it's beautiful. Because it's an AT style keyboard that works on an XT computer. I do have the original Epson Apex XT keyboard, but I prefer this one. My Epson Apex keyboard is safely in storage at my mom's house. Or at least somewhat safely. My bedroom is now a greenhouse, which means it's a little bit humid in there. I've moved some stuff out of there, my vintage Macs and stuff. Our next BBS is called Rain of Fire. And I'm going to go back up to the full speed. And it's 423-541-8271. It's whiteout switches. It's not AT&T, it's Acer. Did I accidentally say AT&T? Might not do it. And it hung up. Alright, we'll go down to 19.2K. I basically want to find the fastest speed that each of these BBSs work at. If you look at my dialing directory here, I actually record like Heights BBS, 2400 baud, Basement BBS, 19.2, Cursive Fendrick, 2400 baud, Hidden Reef, 9600 baud. Kluge is the first and only one I've come across. It actually works at 33.6K. I don't know what the heck sysop is running for a phone line and a modem, but it's really, really good. 423-541-8271. I wish there was an AT command for redial. Like whenever you get it to dial a number, the modem stores it in memory, and then I could just issue like a redial command, but that's not a thing. That functionality only exists in our hearts. So this goes back to what I was saying about the whole handshaking deal. Like, if this modem actually employed a V.22 handshake for 9600 baud and 14.4K, we might be able to get a connection on those speeds, but because it's using a V.34 handshake, which is way more sensitive, it's not doing it. So I kind of want to get my hands on either a 9600 baud or a 14.4K modem. I don't know if US Robotics made a courier modem that went up to just those speeds. I know they made a Sportster modem. There's US Robotics Sportster modems for 9600 baud and for 14.4K. But I don't know if the Sportster modems are as robust as the courier modems are. Can you cursor up to a previous AT command and hit enter on it to reissue it? Oh. Let's find out. First, let me change my speed. We'll try 9600 baud, although it'll likely also not work because it uses the same handshake. No. Is there anything in the Bananacom menu? Nah, doesn't look like it. We have 23 viewers. Holy poop. It's just, oh, no. I thought it was actually working for a second there. Oh, 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 ah. uh, this is the fun, to me, this is actually really fun. Just testing a BBS over and over at different speeds, seeing, you know, what works and what doesn't. So I'm going to switch to 2400 baud here, and it'll probably work now, because this modem does employ a proper 1200/2400 baud handshake. 423-541-8271. Uh-oh. Hello? Ah. Okay, not sure what happened there. 423-541-8271. ATDL? Oh my god, has that functionality been there all along and I never knew? We'll try it. There. And we have a carrier. 2400 baud. There we go. Rain of Fire, caption. Excuse me? Type these carriers. Or characters. It is beeping at me and I'm not sure why. Ah! I'm not hitting anything. Just stop! Okay, so clearly our connection is not very good. I'm not touching anything. My computer's bleeping like a telephone. Well, we're just backspacing and typing random character. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing out of its misery. Alright, we'll try 1200 baud. Oh, man. And we'll try an ATDL. Dude! Thank you, Kevin! That's really cool! It's, I mean, I don't think it's on the back of this modem. No, it's not. Okay, we're at 1200 baud. And we're still typing junk characters without my consent. It doesn't even give me the chance to tell them I'm on an ANSI terminal emulator. Eh! Okay! Alright. Well, I'm just gonna hang this up. Well, let's try 300 baud. And if that doesn't work, then we'll call it a loss for this BBS too. ATDL. Right, I can do this now. Oh, I better do an AT first. Okay. They're probably just on a crappy line like I'm on a crappy line. Oh, you know what? They're on some crappy modem that doesn't support Bell 103 modulation. It can't do 300 baud. Wow, they must be using some crappy Win modem or something. Okay, so we're 0 for 2 for BBSs. Let's dial into Retrodome. Retrodome is a very good BBS indeed. I've dialed into it before. Oh, we were still on hook, which I didn't realize. Now, I tried Retrodome a couple of days ago, and I forget. Oh, I think at the time I didn't realize yet that you could control the maximum connection speed by adjusting the serial port speed. Well, let's try it again here. Oh, we have a 56K modem on the other end. Damn. Damn, we got a connection at 31.2 kilobits per second. Woohoo! Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Login. Guest. I might have an account on this one, I'm not sure. Password. Guest. Do I have an account on here? Oh my god, I have an account! Yay! Be the change you wish to see in the world. Yeah, so you can use ATS37 on an internal modem, like an ISA modem, like this one, to adjust the modem speed, but that doesn't apply to a serial modem. You can control a serial modem just by controlling the serial port speed, which I did not know. Would you like to add a quote? Ooh. Should I add like a BS quote? Oh, what was that? What's that quote I have taped to my desk at work? It was like, just be yourself, you are beautiful. Yeah, that was from a fortune cookie, and I have it taped to my desk at work because it just really makes me happy. Uh-oh. Oh, our error control light is blinking, which means it's handshaking again. Or it's retraining. It hasn't restarted the handshake process yet. If it does that, you'll see the modem ready light go out. Uh-oh. Our connection is a little unstable. Uh-oh. The call might drop here. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? We were at like 31.2K or whatever for quite a few minutes there, which is impressive. So maybe if I go down to 19.2, that'll be the ticket. Okay, we're at 19.2K. somebody said, how are you doing this? So I have a serial modem here connected to my phone line, which is provided by VoIP.ms. I'm using the Epson Apex Plus, my Turbo XT clone computer. And we're dialing into some dial-up BBSs. And we're basically trying BBSs I haven't dialed into yet since getting this US Robotics Courier modem from 1996 working. And we're just dialing in and seeing how fast of a speed we can dial in and how many of these BBSs work. We've had a couple so far that haven't worked. Yes, I would like to add to the quote. Uh-oh. This editor should be... Can you do this with any landline? Yes, although it is very, very finicky on a VoIP-based telephone line like I'm using. This US Robotics Courier modem is the first modem I've gotten that's robust enough to work somewhat reliably. As it's demonstrating right now, it's not always reliable. Is this? Oh, we're just in the editor. I thought it was going to load a full screen thing. Okay. Just be yourself. Oh, it was just be yourself. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. Unknown. I could put fortune cookie, but I don't want them to think I'm being a smart aleck. And what do? Control Z. Oh yeah, we are having some buffering issues. Somebody rage quit. Alright, let me lower our streaming bitrate here. Bear with me, I'm going to go down to 3.5 megabits per second. Hopefully that works out a little better. Press slash. Okay, so slash S. Slash S. Your new quote was saved. Alright, yay! Hopefully that makes somebody's day. Cool. Ooh, ANSI long scroll. So we have some ANSI art here. You guys want to see some ANSI art on 19.2K modem connection? I do. You're about to enter an ANSI art gallery. I recommend that you continue. People make some beautiful ANSI art. Really talented ANSI artists out there. ANSI, if you don't know, ANSI, is just the terminal standard that is the most popular terminal standard now for connecting to BBSs. ANSI is really nice because it supports many colors, as you can see here, flashing text, bold text, brightened text. It has special characters that people use to make graphics. ANSI Art Gallery, view ANSI. Okay. What's going on here? I don't understand what's happening. Was that it? That's our ANSI art? A few X's? Okay, great. Gee, thanks. That was disappointing as heck. Here we go. Oh, look at that. We got an eagle. Ah, Rocket J Squirrel. And let me lower my webcam brightness down just a little more here. Is that it? I guess that was it. I was on a BBS once where there were so many ANSI art that it scrolled for like minutes on end. Maybe this is it. And this is going too fast to read, but whatever. Alright. Hope everybody enjoys this wall of text that we can't read. Oh yeah, we have a little like flipbook animation here. So if we were on a faster computer, this would be going a bit faster. The highest really useful speed on this particular computer is 9600 baud. So at 19.2K, it's scrolling about as fast as it would be at 9600 baud. This is like instructions. So like, why is this in the ANSI art section? This chair is uncomfortable on my butt. I should bring over my other chair. Ugh. So interestingly, the receive data and send data lights aren't lighting up on this modem. Normally the receive data light, oh there we go, we see the receive data light. Oh, it's exactly what I was just talking about. The modem isn't continuously receiving data because it's having to buffer it because the computer can't display it at the full 19.2K speed. So the modem's loading a bit of data into its buffer and then spitting it out to the computer. So you'll see a light come on right here when it starts telling the remote modem, okay, send me more stuff. Ah, here we go. Huh. I'm sorry, I'm just admiring the fact that because I've spent all day playing with this modem and not eating out of boredom, my stomach is not protruding quite as far as it does. I'm looking pretty darn good right now. I should do this more often. Although, unfortunately, at some point, I will run out of BBSs to dial into. This is awesome. I'm loving this. Oh, is that the eagle again? This was the stuff that was in, I guess there was a couple of repeats there, I guess. Look at that. Our connection's holding stable at 19.2K. Ah, see, this is one of the tricks that ANSI does. You don't have to draw from left to right, top to bottom. You can draw, not truly random access, but you can draw in many different directions with ANSI graphics. ANSI text, I should say. It is text we're looking at. This is Retrodome BBS, which I think I already had an account on here, so I guess a couple of years ago or more I connected to this BBS. I don't think it's available via Telnet, so I must have connected to it on, I'm kind of remembering now, I connected to it using my Rogers line, but because the cost would have been too much to, alright, we have some profanity on the screen here. Because the cost would have been too much, I started this like ANSI scroll, and then I had to quit after a couple of minutes just because I was paying like 25 cents a minute or something to call. But my VoIP.ms line is 1 cent a minute. So we'll just let this go and whatever. I think I have like $7 in my VoIP.ms account, so we're good to go for a few hours here. Oh, that was a cool graphic. Was that like the ad lib or something? Oh, flashing text? Special characters? This is great. This is a fun show. I'm so entertained. Just half the entertainment's from seeing the graphics on the screen, but the other half is the fact that we are connected into an actual dial-up BBS using an actual modem on an actual phone line. Whoa, that's awesome. That's so pretty. And a lot of these ANSI graphics you see were that we're looking at right now were probably most of them were the welcome screens for BBSs that do not exist anymore. You can see a lot of them are like something like this. Not this one in particular, but oh, that's cool. There's a little animation there. Oh, look at that! That's so cool. Oh my goodness. Some of these, our connection's getting a little unstable. Our error control lights flickering there. Oh, I'm gonna be so sad. If the connection drops here, then in order to see the rest of the ANSI graphics, we're gonna have to start from the beginning. So I really hope our connection doesn't drop. But some of these are the welcome screens for BBSs that don't exist anymore. You can see they have telephone numbers and stuff like that. Oh no. Oh, our connection's getting unstable. No! Why now? This is really cool. All these animations. You can see that error control light just flashing right away on the modem. And you can see obviously the drawing is stuttering now. Now that's a really novel use of flashing characters. Why is the connection becoming unstable now after it was so good for so long? Uh-oh. Is this it? Is this where the call drops? Oh, come on. Okay, so I'm gonna preemptively take a poll here. If the call drops, which by the looks of things it is going to, do you want me to redial and restart this ANSI art from the beginning so we can hopefully see the rest of it? Or do I move on to the next BBS? Cast your vote. I'll do whatever the majority of you want me to do. One vote for move on. One vote for start over. Awful big delay between when I say something and when you guys respond. If you click the in the little bar at the bottom of your YouTube, in the bottom of the video where the sound widget and stuff is, there's a little thing you can click that says live and it'll bring you back up to date. It'll skip you ahead because some of you guys are behind, I think. How many viewers we got still anyway? We've got 23. That's pretty amazing. So we're 2 for move on, 3 for redial, 3 for move on, 3 for redial. We have not lost the call yet. The modem is still like freaking out with the error control. I'm going to try something here. On a Hayes compatible modem, if you hit plus plus plus, that puts you back into the command mode. The modem is still on the call, but I can now issue commands to it. If I go ATM2, that'll turn on the speaker so we can listen to what's going on. So you can hear the data, and it's not handshaking again. So if I hit ATO, that puts us back into the data mode. And yeah, it's not handshaking again, it's just sitting there being stupid. I'll turn the speaker back off with ATM1. I hit Control X and Control C, escape. See if we can break out of this nothingness that we're doing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 votes for redial, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes for go to another BBS. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. I'm hanging up. There we go. That was fun. A little disappointing that that we kind of got screwed over by the connection there, but I'm gonna add this to my phone book here. Retro Dome, and we were at 19,200, and the number was 717-898-6309. So this BBS is on another continent. It's a country code 49, and the last BBS I tried that was in the UK, country code 44, I couldn't dial out to it for some reason. I don't know if my VoIP.ms line is configured wrong for dialing international numbers or what, but we'll give it a try here. We will go up to our full speed, and so it's 011 is my international exit code, 49 is the country code, and then it's 9144927848. That's a lot of numbers. I'll crank the speaker up here. Oh, it's ringing. Oh! Ah! That's a V.22 handshake. Oh. So this is what a V.22 handshake sounds like. And oh, our modem ready light has gone out, which means it's still trying to handshake. It prematurely thought it was done. So that's what a V.22 handshake sounds like. It's kind of unfamiliar to most people. It hung up. Well, we'll try again at a slower speed. So it was trying to connect at either 9600 baud or 14.4K. So I'm going to go down to 9600 baud. And we'll try that again. But that was a V.22 handshake, which is kind of unique sounding. There we go, 9600 baud. Oh, we're on a Debian GNU Linux system, apparently. Please type any random characters at login. And we want ANSI. And I think CP437 is what we want. Ooh. Enter your username. Pretty sure I don't have an account on this. I have never called this BBS. The account name you entered was not located in our database. Create an account? Yes, please. Welcome to the new user account application. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, okay. Damn. This is a call to Germany, and it's working pretty well at 9600 baud so far. Well, au contraire, BF0189, newer modems are going to be way less reliable than an old school, totally hardware-based modem like this. because newer modems, especially, and even some older modems, pretty much modems built into laptops in general, they are partially software controlled, and so they don't work well. Even on the old school copper phone lines, they could be finicky, but definitely on a VoIP line, no chance in heck. Well, I shouldn't say no chance in heck. Maybe your laptop has a good soft modem in it, but most of them are just never going to work. Even the 2400 baud modem built into the Epson Action Note laptop, which I have beside me right here. No, I turned the camera off because I'm entering personal information. The 2400 baud modem built into this laptop, I can't get it to do this stuff. It is just too unreliable. So bear with me while I'm plugging in personal information here. Oh, our modem ready light went out. We're handshaking again, so the call may drop. Thanks. Yeah, this shirt's pretty much trashed. It's got a big hole in it. And I don't really care much about it because my ex gave it to me. Ah, we dropped the call. Well, we'll try again at 2400 baud. Hello? The other modem just went silent. And that was it. I don't know what happened there. Maybe their modem doesn't support a 1200, 2400 baud speed. Hang up. Have you thought of trying an RAD with your North Star system? I'm not sure what an RAD is, but what I do want to do when I get the North Star system back someday, because right now it's sitting in a storage unit in Maine, I did buy a couple of analog terminal adapters for it, which lets you hook up a normal analog telephone or a modem to a North Star system as a North Star extension. And I watched Cathode Ray Dude's video where he mentioned if you have a computer running Windows Server, you can configure it as pretty much your own dial-up ISP. So I would have a computer with a modem on a North Star extension through a North Star ATA, and then on another North Star extension through a North Star ATA, I could have, for example, this computer with this modem, and I could dial into that other North Star extension, and the computer on that extension is also connected to the internet through Ethernet, and then I would basically have my own dial-up internet service provider that would let me use the internet over this modem. And the connection would be very reliable because the North Star system wouldn't have any delay or compression or anything like that. that would make the connection unreliable, so I could have it work at the full 56K if I wanted to. Let's try and dial that number again. Okay, apparently the remote modem just does not support the slow speeds. I'm just going to hang up here. I'm going to switch to 300 baud. And just see what it does. Nope. Oh! Okay, we're connected at 300 baud. I don't know why it wouldn't work at 24. Maybe I should have tried 1200. Alright, we are we are on a BBS at 300 baud. This is going to be painfully slow. Here we go. Let's sit back and watch some ANSI graphics draw at 300 baud. Get a cup of coffee. I really should have tried 1200. Maybe I should hang up and try 1200 because we're going to be sitting here for half an hour. I'm just going to hang up. We'll try 1200. Oh, come on. I think it's their modem. Their modem just starts screaming and then it stops. So maybe I should just try redialing. I'll just hang up here. I'll go to 2400 baud. And we'll just keep dialing. Nope. Hang up and try again. Let me clear the screen here. What the hell was that? I think my ATA did something weird, or VoIP.ms did something weird. I'm just going to take a minute to check my VoIP.ms balance just to make sure I haven't sucked down $7. Not that that's a big deal, I just want to make sure I'm not accidentally running my account dry. I'll redial while I'm doing this. Nope, we're good. $6.93. Okay. 2400 baud. Hopefully. Come on, give us a carrier. No, come on! Let's try 1200. Well, this is what modeming's all about. Modeming in the 21st century on a VoIP line is all about, right? So, we'll just keep trying. Uh-oh. It's just ringing now. Did I break their system? I think I made them mad and they like shut their modem off. It's in German. Oh, it was their voicemail. Okay, that's the third system we've broken tonight. That's sort of the risk when you're, you know, trying over and over to get into a BBS is if they're home and they're noticing that somebody's continually trying to connect, they might just get pissed off and like shut their modem off or block your number or whatever. Alright, we're going to call that one a loss. I was surprised we connected for as long as we did, being that they're in Germany. Let's try this one. It's called Sursum Corda BBS. I don't know what that means, but 256-895-4786. Oh, we got another V.22 handshake. Cool. And we're at 9600 baud. All right. Cool. Oh, look at this. So now I know from experience that a V.22 handshake works really well on this VoIP line. So I ought to, at some point, get my hands on a 9600 baud or 14.4K modem. US Robotics made Sportster modems at those speeds. The Sportster was their home grade modems. But I don't know if they're as robust as the courier modems are. So I'll have to do some research, see if they made a courier modem that maxed out at that speed. Okay. Nice colors. I love BBSs that make use of multicolored text and graphics. Hey, K-Mac. Yes, we have ANSI. Do you wish to use full screen message editor? Yes. Are you using IBM PC or compatible? Yes. Use hotkeys? Don't know what that means, so sure. Uh-oh. Oh, our error correction light is... Oh, there we go. This is optional on our dial-up system, and you may skip this question. Oh. Oh. You're, getting a little unstable here. At least I know we're at 9600 baud, so if the call drops, I'll go down to 2400, and then we should be fine, theoretically. Okay, looks like the modem saved it. I don't know how personal my date of birth is, but whatever. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. We are now in Huntsville, Alabama. The system is fully online with a faster Comcast commercial internet connection. The system is now faster and better. Dial-up is now that number, which is the one listed. Bulletin News, updated 31st of August 2012. Okay, so this hasn't been touched in a while. I am the 1678th caller. This is a private system. The message areas except private email are generally kept free from objectionable language. If you object to this, hang up now. It is strongly urged to read the legal notice on the next screen. Yeah, sure. Oh my goodness. That was written in 1997. That's how long this BBS has been online. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Not sure what happened there, but... This is a pretty BBS. I don't know what all this junk going on is. I don't know if our connection's unstable or what. Wow! Whoa! Look at what they've done here! The text fades in. They made it dark gray and then light gray and then white. And now this thing that says slap enter. Oh. And the modem is handshaking again. Our modem ready light has gone out. Oh. It finished it. Wow. This hasn't been touched since 2012. Look at that fading. I mean, you probably can't see it very well just because of the low frame rate of my webcam, but it looks really cool effect. This is the first I've seen on a BBS. I need to save this to my phone book. and 96 to 57,400. 256 895 4786. Oh my god, this is a bulletin from the 4th of August 1997. There haven't been many bulletins posted on this. No, our connection has gone screwy again, indicated by the error correction light freaking out. Okay. I'm just gonna quit out of this. Oh, this is a nice looking little menu here. Dude, if you set up your own BBS, tell me. I hope you make it a dial-up BBS. What do I want to do? User list. How many users do we have on here? Oh, our connection is freaking out again. Well, at least the one piece of advice I can give you is use a US Robotics courier modem, because they work way better than anything else. Oh my god, it's showing the dates that these people last logged on, and some of them are like 2003, 2004, 2002, 1997. Oh man. Oh, somebody logged in 2018. 1999, 2004, 2005, 1998. Oh, somebody logged in 2020. Oh, somebody logged in just a few months ago. It was a guest. Well, isn't this a nice, quaint little BBS? It looks like it's, for the most part, like just like an archive, because it's had little to no activity since the mid-2000s, by the looks of it. So this is like one of the original BBSs, and it just happens to still be online after all these years. That's kind of cool. (1996) when someone last logged in. So for like 25 years at least, this BBS has just been online, and it's, well, I mean, there seems to be a jump. It seems to jump from like 2006 to like 2018. So maybe there was a period of a decade or so when it wasn't online. Oh yeah, I think one of the bulletins said that actually. But it's kind of cool that Sysaw like kept a copy of it with all the original info. Well, our connection's kind of going a bit screwy again. I am thinking, once we're done with this BBS, that I might call it a stream, because after this BBS, there's 3 more to go. So maybe on our next stream, we'll try these last 3 BBSs that I haven't tried yet, and then we'll go back to that one with the ANSI art, and if we're able to view all that successfully, then we'll dial into some of the BBSs I already tried before this stream. I don't know why I'm still scrolling through these names. Let's get out of here. And we're kind of frozen again. Oh, we're handshaking again. Well, let's see if it'll... There we go. Leave a message to Mark Lewis? Sure, I'll leave a message. Oh. Oh no, this is just the signature. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yep. Yep. Great system. Connected it 9600 UPS with little issue. Streamed live on YouTube. 10 out of 10. Will call again. Oh, there we go. Control Z. Not sure what this is. Oh, about to start the spell checker. I don't need a spell checker. If there aren't any spelling errors, the program will exit instantly. Yeah, okay. Whoa, I don't know what this is. Okay, that was kind of neat. It hung up the line before it finished spitting out this text, but the text was already in the modem's buffer. So it hung up the line and then spit the rest of this text to me. Before HTTP, www, Java, Flash, Google, and any of the internet stuff people take for granted now, BBSs were moving people's messages and files. We still do without the spam. We do it without the glitz, and we do it without invading your system with junk and malware. We are real people at the keyboards. No autoresponder robots. Call us when you can't stand the internet junk anymore. Oh, they use a courier v.everything! Up to 33.6K. Goodbye, Florence. Please call again. No carrier. Cool. Well then, with that, I think I'm going to call it a stream. We have 34 viewers. That's so cool. This is the most popular YouTube stream I've ever had. What's the most number of people that have been on tonight? It looks like the amount of people we have right now is the most. 34 people. Amazing. Wow. I wish I felt like keeping going, but I figure we've been going for over 2 hours now, so it might be a good place to leave it for now. And we'll definitely do another one of these, because this has been really fun. It beats just dialing BBSs over and over by myself. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me tonight, playing with a vintage serial modem on a vintage computer, calling real dial-up BBSs over a real telephone line. This is pretty darn cool. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. How do I fade to black? I'll just do this. Boop, boop.